Yo, what's up, guys? As you guys probably already have noticed, there's absolutely nothing going on in the game, which is kind of interesting. Well, we have this Hypno Meow thingy added to it right now, but we have two events going on. These two events are also the most lackluster, boring events ever known to mankind, because the first event we have at the moment is you have to do 100 Amiria's luck and then you get a ticket, but you get something from the ticket every other day. So you don't even have to go to this page every day. That's how lackluster this event is. What the hell kind of filler event is that? And then we have this shitty event, which you will get those runes. I did claim all of my runes. They're decently looking-ish. But yeah, it's a +0 event, so in the end, it doesn't really matter all too much because all of those runes will look something like this. Okay, straight to 12. Just crit rate and accuracy. Kind of low-ish rolled, but usable. Not great, but we'll keep. Too many low rolls for my liking. Yeah, a bit too low on rolls. Okay, rainbow rolls, insta-sell. Okay, this one could be... This is actually one of the highest values. Straight to the 15, give me good shit. What? What? Fucking shit, garbage event. What the fuck? 5 is lowest roll, 11 is 1... How the fuck do you go from nearly maxed out rune to absolutely lowest roll rune? Holy shit. And then sure, you get some more rewards like this over here, but pretty lackluster as well. So, and then we have this thing added, new written up. There's just nothing going on in the game. Is there something big coming up, or what the hell are they doing? On this website, you can track back towards old events and old posts and those kind of things. But on the 1st of January, we had the countdown to the Demon Slayer collab event, which then happened around like the 10th or 11th of January, which is pretty much close to the current dates that we're looking at the moment. So people do assume a January to February collab or somewhere around that time, and then another collab in like August. So we are probably looking at a new collab. And that is the reason why nothing is happening at the moment with any of these events, because otherwise they probably would have done a new set of events. But from what I've known is collabs most of the time tend to regulate when an update happens and those kind of things. Plus, we have been having 2-week cycles of updates. The last actual update was over here, I think on the 30th of last month. So that would make it 30th of last month. So that would make it that the next patch is going to be happening somewhere in this week over here. Also, for the people wondering when is balance patch is probably happening in this week over here. However, if there is a collab happening in this week, why do we not get any kind of notification in this week? Is Comto's marketing team sleeping again? Are they just doing absolutely nothing? Same as with the tomorrow update. It's like they're not doing any thesis, any hypes, anything. But let's look how the community react to Comto not doing anything. Or maybe look at what kind of leaks have been going around. So there has been this leak from a Japanese post. Apparently this was posted already on the 22nd of December of a collab of Master Duo Yu-Gi-Oh! Together with Summoner's War. Looks pretty decent. I'm definitely not sure if this is legit or not. The only thing is, like, with an AI generated picture, mostly the picture is more sharp and it's not a picture of a picture kind of thing, which in this case, it is a picture of a picture kind of thing. So it looks a little bit more, could be reasonable. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Would personally be a really good collab. I'm not the biggest of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans, though. I still have some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards laying around here, so some good old stuff. But I do think that it's a really good collab because you can go for monsters rather than just for humanoid characters, which a lot of people have been asking for. Plus, in the end, what was the best mini game we had that most people would say? That was Gwent, the card game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. So if they add anything related to Yu-Gi-Oh! As a mini game in Summoner's War, that would be a really cool collab. So, and then, of course, you're gonna do like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, maybe some of the other like iconic units of some of the characters. And I think a lot of people would say that that would be a pretty decent to nice collab right there. So I'm pretty curious to see if this is actually going to be true. Of course, we also got a lot of posts. I love to post this meme myself as well. We're collab, we're update, we're balance patch. I've been making a few of those myself through the days. People are also saying it's like, yeah, there's like legit nothing. Like, this event is so ass. Like, ever since tomorrow update happened with the Amiria's luck, it's just like log in for 5 minutes and you're done. There's no like permanently farming thing, even with the unlimited shops that get expensive, that at some point you're not buying anything in the first place anyways. But there's just simply nothing going on in the game right now, which is just like, what the hell's going on? Like, yeah, the only thing that's going on right now is, I would say, new RTA season started and the new point system added in. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new point system after it's been going on for a little bit of time right now. Oh, you see it over here. I have heard a few decent signals from people saying I normally never play RTA, but now I start playing RTA just to get Punisher 1, because the moment you hit Punisher 1, you cannot decay from it. And people that haven't touched RTA for like many seasons now are just chilling in P1 within a few days. Yeah, the only thing is, I think there's going to be probably like 100,000 people in P1, and we probably have to expand the P1 to actually make it make sense. But let me know in the comments what you think about that one. And let's see what else kind of stuff we have. Where the collab? Yeah, more where the collab posts. Dear Compters, we need a collab with Labubu. Downvoted. Hell no. Come to us, please do something. Yep, that's... I'm gonna use this as the thumbnail as well, because... yeah, it's pretty much that. Like, it's also strange how they have been going towards the tomorrow update. They're just not showing any marketing, any branding, any drip markets, anything, any hype, video teasers, whatever. It's like, oh, guys, something big is coming. It's like, ooh, do we have to build up hype for that? It's like, yeah, no, it's coming this afternoon. It's like, I did not prepare for that shit. Like, just give us some hype, man. It's not that freaking hard. Like, Honkai Star Rail hyped up the Fate Stay collab for a fucking year. Like, that's how you do some hyping right there. But then again, it's also one of those things. People start running with AI. It's like Bleach collab. I think Loki Bleach collab would definitely go hard. There have been a few more pages. Well, also, people are saying, where's the Nest collab? Shut the fuck up about the damn collab. Oh yeah, but in the end, like, collab just brings new units, it brings something to do, it brings something nice. So I think collabs in general are pretty decent. But yeah, apparently Korean AI generated kind of collab pics. These are actually pretty decent looking. Like the freaking Teletubbies, oh hell no, keep that shit hidden. Chainsaw Man, I think some people might like it, but to be honest, I think a lot more people would like it if we would have, like, if we're looking at more recent animes. Solo leveling, I think solo leveling would go a lot harder. Gundam, to be honest, I would take a Gundam freaking collab. I want Death Side. The Death Side was freaking epic. Also, I think this dude was called Heavy Arms. Like, those kind of things were dope. Bomberman, yeah, preferably not. One Punch Man, I don't think they will ever do One Punch Man because there are too many issues with the Summoners War Chronicles collab on One Punch Man, plus One Punch Man at the current moment. Like, if you're a watcher, you're a watcher, or if you're a hater, you're a hater, you know what's going on. But apparently they're doing like slideshows, freaking presentations of PPTs going around of just panning like the camera, and that is pretty much the whole anime these days, so it's not really that crazy good. Plus, they had a lot of issues with this game in Chronicles for like marketing and blah, all of that kind of stuff, that they at some point had to apologize and give everyone 200 free mystical scrolls because the collab was only full pay to win and you couldn't get a single scroll normally, and you couldn't summon the normal or the units on normal scrolls, only on One Punch Man scrolls or something along those lines. They had a lot of mashup with those kind of things. So we have some more Sailor Moon. That's some weird-ass looking ragdoll over there, though. That's some weird-ass looking ragdoll. Powerpuff Girls. Okay, people are cooking some weird shit. Why is no one cooking the actual thing that makes sense? Mortal Kombat? Yo, this one actually looks pretty gangster, not gonna lie. Wait, look at this Artemis, though. Wow, that's actually looking pretty gangster. So, where the collab event, what to do? I don't know. Yeah, it's something like this, man. I love these AI things. So I also gave AI a little bit of a try myself. Why is no one making a picture of saying, like, we have a Summoners War collab with Dragon Ball, boys? We need more of that. Give me another one. This one is kind of like, what happened to this Vegeta over here, man? These things are looking kind of ass. We want more. But yeah, in the end, there's a lot of cool collabs they could do. If you would have to ask me, it's like, what kind of collab do I expect them to do? Could be anything. Could legitimately be anything. There's also, of course, like, I have legitimately no clue how you pronounce it, but this anime is doing some game recently, and at the 12-second mark of this video, it does actually say, come to us. So a lot of people, because of this, thinking that the Gayachi or whatever, I'm terrible with Japanese names, but whatever this is, that this anime is gonna collab with Summoners War. Could be. I think it is just the case that Come To Us is the creator of the game and that they're buying themselves in games more recently these days, rather than this is going to be a specific collab. It could in the end be a collab. That's definitely one of those things that could be an option. I have not seen this anime at all, so I have absolutely no clue about it. If we go anime style like Dragon Ball or Solo Leveling, that's the only two I would actually care for. But it definitely could be an option that they start collabing with something that they have themselves. In the end, with the Cookie Run Kingdom collab, they did also own Cookie Run Kingdom at that time. So it was kind of collabing with themselves in the first place. So it is an easier option for collaboration. So it might be that they would do a collaboration with this one right here as well, which I actually don't know this one at all. Let me know in the comments if you think it's a bit of hype. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, why we don't trust AI. So you ask them to create a poster. Pretty solid poster. Give me another one, gives the same one. It's like there's no difference. This conversation helpful so far. Yes. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what would you guys like to see a collab with? Or what do you hope for a next update or anything coming along the lines? I still do expect it something along the lines of next week, because next week there should be a patch. If it's going to be a collab patch or not, we don't exactly know. They could also postpone it to do it during the balance patch, because balance patch should be in a 2-month interval, and the 2-month interval would be on the last week of a January patch, so that could definitely be over there. But I do expect this to happen over here. It is also pretty common for the TOA rotation, which is 5 days left, to have like the mid-boss on the level 50 to be one of the collab units. But it has happened before that the TOA rotation did not really overlap with the collab, and therefore it just happened in the rotation afterwards. So could be a bunch of stuff over there, but it could also be that it happens, there's like, what, 5 days left? Yeah, so it's on the 115. 115 would be over here on the Thursday. So then that would mean that the patch would have to happen on Monday to Wednesday, which it is very likely. But if there is going to be a collab patch happening on that time and they don't make any teasers whatsoever, because in the end we did have the collab teaser countdown whatever pretty much like 9 days in advance for the Demon Slayer collab, because the actual Demon Slayer events all started on like 0109. Let's see for Tekken 8, what was the first date that they mentioned Tekken 8? Well, it doesn't show more results than just this. I'm not sure if there was also one for Tekken 8 where they did do a mention in advance, but no, these were all like exactly on the date of release itself, but it doesn't always show everything. But they have been pretty consistent at same dates of releasing events. So on the 30th of July was the Jujutsu Kaisen collab, which was also at 30th of July on the Tekken 8 collab. So if we take that in a sense of Assassin's Creed was a little bit later at the start of the year, which was on like 2nd month, 3rd month kind of style. For that reason, it could be a little bit later, but also Witcher was still in like January. So they have been doing 2 collabs per year. So I do assume that there would be a collab in either mentioned this month or it's gonna be going like next month. But since the dates do kind of line up where it could be next week and then 3 weeks after it's going to be the balance patch, could definitely be a thing. But then again, come to us, roadmaps, anything. Let us know when anything is gonna happen so we don't have to guess like wild animals. And still a personal favorite for me would be Devil May Cry with, why do you have 2 Dantes and 2 Neros on this one? But yeah, Devil May Cry together with Come to Us Summoners War would definitely be dope. They used the exact same picture for this, by the way. Okay, well, fair. I guess they just do that with everything. But those are my top 2 favorites. Number 3 would be Solo Leveling. Yep, Solo Leveling would be pretty badass as well. And I guess that ChatGPT is just using the same picture for everyone. Wait, we got... Oh, I did not even notice the dragon over there on the top left. Wait, that's... The dragon is slightly different between the pictures. That's pretty much the only thing that goes different over there between the pictures. Either how, let me know in the comments what collab you would like to see, what you think might happen, and until then, I'll create the hype, because Come to Us itself is not creating any hype. Man, I was shouting at them a lot during SWC Paris for not doing any marketing on the Tomorrow update, and they finally did some marketing on the Tomorrow update after SWC, which was a good timing, but then again, they could have done that a lot earlier and a lot more as well, because then they could have maybe actually get some feedback from the community, what they think about it, rather than just straight up, it's like, yep, this is what we have. Good luck. They have so many willing people to actually give feedback on any kind of updates or roadmaps or anything that they're doing, or just showcase a roadmap or just leak things. Like in the end, you have a whole Wuthering Waves leaks page on Reddit, which just get like crazy amount of upvotes and crazy amount of talks about just showing a picture, just showing like a drip marketing, just showing this, showing that. And people just hella hype the living shit out of that. Whereas for Summoners Wars, like, we have an update. When is that? This afternoon. It's like, where the hype? Where the hype? Where is that? Like, people can talk about shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Either way, guys, thanks for watching. See you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.